Hello YouTube and welcome to the prehistoric lands of Ark Survival. So we've been on here for about 3 weeks. We did have another game saved on our hosting, and we did a wipe and restarted after one or two technical issues. So we've been on here for about 3 weeks and I figured I'd show you where we're up to. So we decided to build up this section now. So we are at 57, 15. Our previous base that we did have was well up the north, pretty much the other side of the tundra, up yay somewhere. So we decided we'd do it this side and have a go at building over the water, and this is what we've managed to do so far in 3 weeks. We haven't all been active now. There's 6 people who are in this section. Okay, so this is going to be the main craft area that we've set up, and we've actually changed all this into metal. It used to be wood. We started off the entire structure in wood, all the pillars was in wood, and we've slowly started turning all the pillars. All the pillars I believe now are in metal, and the floor on the craft area is now metal, and we're slowly working our way around doing some of the walls. We do have a generator which is providing power to both sides of the base. It goes up, and we've got 2 corridors that we supply power with. And what's at this side, you'll see it on this side as well. Again, we're still working on this. We're nowhere near complete getting this side in. And as you can see, wood floors. And basically, this is going to be the layout that we've chosen. So our cooking section is going to be on this side with our fridges. We've got 3 more fridges we'll put in, then that'll be it. We've left a gap here for the industrial cooker, cook pot, sorry, not the industrial cooker. We do already have that. And then we've got our 2 preserve bins each side of the industrial cooker or industrial grill, and basically we use them for just turning meat into jerky, and also the prime meat into getting the prime meat jerky, and we just run them constantly. The meat, the fridges we try and split out just to make it a lot easier. So we have fridges that we fill up with raw meat, and hopefully later on, once we start getting some of the bigger dinos, the Rexes and stuff like that, we'll be able to keep them fully up and running. Our eggs, vegetables, and berries that we use for crafting, we're keeping here just so we can keep them a lot longer. It's less time that we're having to spend out chasing berries down. And then of course we've got some kibble, prime meat jerky, and we always keep cooked food in here, and the spoiled meat. We run 3 forges, 2 craft tables, and 1 fabricator. Mainly we use this one for doing saddles, armor, and then this one we use for the main crafting. We've got a couple of beds in. These are staying here, with another section above here that we've started, but with no elevators yet. So once we get elevators up and running, we'll basically move our quarters, if you will, upstairs. And this is one of the new dinos that they introduced a couple of days ago. We managed to get one. We get quite a few that walk by, and he's kind of cute when you pet him. It's all excited, and you'll see above him he'll have the green plus. Now I'm told, going off the notes, that gives you an XP boost, so whatever you're doing around him, as long as he has that symbol above him, you'll get an XP boost. So we'll go into the other section, the barn, and here is the barn that we've started. Now, egg. Now, I don't know if they've made any differences on our last world. The dinos laid eggs constantly. If you had a Omniraptor, but on here, the only ones that seem to lay eggs like going out of fashion is the dodos. Now, I'm not sure if that's because we're over water or because we're on, part wood, part metal. I have no idea, or it's something that they changed in the patch to slow the dinosaurs breeding down. I have no idea. So here's our main barn area, and we've got a shelf up the top. Now, the idea behind the design is it will go furthermore that way, but we can actually, because we've got the big gate, is we can actually put all our dinos inside, and we'll basically move all of these up onto the shelf ramps, which will be both sides. And as you see, going further down the line, you'll see more and more of the building work being done. And again, we're waiting on elevators to get that done, so we can actually put an elevator in, and we can just move the dinos up and down as needed, and then we'll slowly expand outwards. We don't have a huge amount of dinos. We've got some of the primaries. We've got the parasites, which will give us raptors, dillies, which opens up anks and carnos and the like. We've got dodos, which gives us access to the Tranodons. As you can see, we've managed to get 2 ankylosaurs. We have a trike, again low level, but at the time we just grabbed one just so we could at least farm berries, which helps us. We try not to go for any dino to make it a bit harder on us, and because we can, we're the only ones on the server. There's two tribes on the server, and we're all friends, so we're not being aggressed all the time or anything like that. So we do have the luxury of just taking our time and having fun and exploring the game a lot more. So as you can see, the shelves, and there'll be one each side, although the shelf on this side is, we've decided we'll probably start about here on the second shelf on this side, just so we can keep the larger dinos at the front there out the way. Here's the start of what we will have for living quarters. Again, you can see all the electrical cable is all hidden behind a false wall. And then once we've got the elevator, we'll actually move up here and put the rooms in. And above that, we have the start of our greenhouse. Now, the last greenhouse we built, we did it by 3 by 5, if I remember. So we're going to just have a look at, if we extend it by 1, how much more that gives us. So we're slowly crafting away on that, and we've also got to try and figure out how to get water from down there all the way up here. And that's pretty much the base in its basic sense. Our raft. Now, one thing we have noticed, and the reason why the raft is where it's at so far away, is if your raft is close to your base, over time it starts creeping along. There's been many a time where we've come on and the raft's been literally in the middle of the base, but if you actually put it away from your base to the north side, if it creeps, it's just going to creep up the beach, and it's going to be away from your base. Now the other thing we have started doing is putting a bit of a stone skirt. Nothing major, and that's pretty much just to stop the circle that seems to spawn just off them rocks coming down and eating us through the floor, as dinosaurs do glitch through the floor. And since we put that bit of skirt on, it's dramatically reduced that. I've got this bit to finish, and then we'll finish this front bit. As you can see, there's all the pillars. We have started to paint them. And the reason we've chose blue and black for our colours is just because it stops the reflection of the light on the bare metal, and black and blue seem to be the best for that. Because if not, you just get absolutely blinded. You can see it like that, but it's all the way through. If you don't paint it, as you can see, there's the difference of a painted section and a non-painted section. It can get quite annoying. And that's pretty much it. We're in a good location. We're not far from the tundra. We picked this spot as well. Oh, blue egg. Purely and simply is because we can actually get resource metal, which is the main one, and crystal. And just over them trees is the start of the volcano. So we fly up on a bird, harvest a bit of metal, and fly back down. Eventually we'll probably get a ankylosaur and leave an ank up there. Again, we're on a friendly server, so there's no worry of leaving a dinosaur. The two tribes that are on here are a huge group of friends. We've got the two tribes just so we can have a bit of fun later on once we get established. And then we've got a mini farm that we're just doing at the moment, just so we can do our kibble. And that is pretty much the base as is at the moment. We're hoping before the next update, I'm going to try and do a weekly update on the base, just so you can see it evolve over time. And then hopefully you'll start seeing things ramp up a lot more. I'll get some videos up of taming and stuff like that. But if you've never played this game, it is very much a fun game. You do have to think what you're doing. You can't just run around ramboing. We've been on for 3 weeks. I've managed to get to 64. It's not too hard to level up to about 60 onwards. It slows down. You get to about 70, it dramatically slows down. You get to 75, and it's painfully slow at leveling at that point. But my main goal at the moment is I'm trying to get to 70, so at least we can get the elevators running, and then we can at least be functional within the base. And that is pretty much about it for the quick overview of the base. Like I say, I will do a video. I'll try and get up one a week, just so you can get to see the progress of the base and see where it goes. We'll start doing like the finer details of painting, like the rivets and stuff like that. The small touches and things like that. Just to make it a little bit more artistic. It's a shame that you can't do like curved edges or anything like that. They haven't introduced anything of that nature. Everything pretty much is square, and not everything always fits in, as you can see. It can be quite hard to line them up. So these don't snap, these pretty much are free floating. It'd be nice if that had been further back, but hey ho. Well, I'm going to leave it there, guys. So I will try and get another video in a week and show you the progress. I might do some mini bonus videos of us going out doing some taming and stuff like that. It does take a long time to do taming, so it would be a cut to and cut from. I'll show you the capture, the start of the tame, and then at the end of the tame, because it can take, you know, some of these dinosaurs will take 3-4 hours. Some are quick, they only take 10-15 minutes. So some of them I'll show you. But as always, guys, be safe, take it easy, and always make sure you're having fun.